Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. And out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome on into another edition of Phillies Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for every Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Not off to the best start. But anyhow, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on those notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Well, we're not the only ones off to a bad start. The Phillies have been off to a very bad start in this series so far. They have not even scored a run. They have not put up a run in their last 19 innings of work. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. And it's not going to get easier today because they're going up against a guy who has the best earned run average in all of baseball, and that is Hunter Brown. He's been magnificent this season so far and has been another reason why this Houston Astros starting pitching staff and the pitching as a whole has been easily one of the top 5 best pitching staffs in all of Major League Baseball. Christopher Sanchez will go up for the Phillies on the mound for them, and he's been really, really good, but you got to score runs. That's just the name of the game. You got to put up runs across the diamond, and the Phillies have not put up any in this series. But over the last 4 starts, the good news for Christopher Sanchez is that he has a 1.93 ERA over his last 4 outings, and also a .93 whip. Opponents are just batting 196 against him, so really hitters have not been successful against Christopher Sanchez's stuff. This guy has been very strong with his sinker, his changeup, and his slider. That changeup has really been just absolute deadly. Batters are really hitting just 130 against that. And hopefully that is on point today and that he can just command that pitch at a high level. That would be really nice to see. What are your final score predictions? Comment them down below. Also tell me how you guys are feeling about this series and how do you feel about this game. There's no question about it. You lost the series, but you need to try to avoid a sweep and just put runs on the board. That's really all. That's the bare minimum of what they have to do. Put runs on the board. It's unacceptable. If they lose today by a score of 5-4 or something like that, we'll be mad. But at least, and I say this with a little sarcasm, at least they put up runs on the board. You can't just ask for that, but squint in your eyes and you're like, it's weird. It's a very weird spot. Alrighty, let's say hi to people in the chat today. What's up, Ken? What's going on, William? Rising Rhino's here. Rising Rhino says, Rise and Shine. Rising Rhino here before kickoff. Wrong sport, my friend, but hey, folks, if you guys want to go check out Rising Rhino, he does a lot of football. The UFL, the CFL, the XFL, and the NFL. I mean, he does everything football related. He really does. That guy is really good at what he does. And drop your link down below, my friend, or one of the mods will do that for us. Quan is here. Says, well, hope to see a good win for the Phillies. New era for the Sixers and Flyers. Soon make a pick to the draft. Yeah, I'm just looking for a W. That's all I ask. I just want runs and a win, so that way we can go to Atlanta with some type of swagger, if you will. Like every game, I think we're going to stomp. Maybe 3-5 score in our favor. Love it. Love the confidence. We're going to show Hunter Brown in the most Phillies fashion today. 8-4 Phillies win today, says Bilbo. I love it. The roof is closed because it's very humid out in Houston, Texas. The current temperature, it's 91 degrees over there, so it is hot in Texas. And the humidity is very, very high. What else? What else do we have? Jack says, I think that this series demonstrates hitters needed. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, if that's your biggest takeaway in this series, that's the right mindset to have. It really is. So, all right, let's get into the starting lineups for today. You got Trey Turner batting in the leadoff spot for the Phillies. Then it's Kyle Schwarber hitting second, Alec Bohm third, Nick Castellanos fourth, Max Kepler fifth, Otto Kemp sixth, seventh it's Bryson Stott, and then it's Rafael Marchand hitting eighth, and ninth it's Brandon Marsh. So again, it's Turner, Schwarber, Bohm, Castellanos, Kepler, Kemp, Stott, Marchand, and Marsh. It's funny. You have Kemp, Kepler, Marsh, and Marchand. That's, I just sort of put that together. That's kind of a tongue twister. Here's Hunter Brown taking the hill for Houston. Again, pitching in his 16th outing. He's fourth in the American League in strikeouts with 109 on the season. He has an 8-3 record, 91 innings of work, 28 walks allowed as well. He's a right-handed pitcher, and you're going to see these pitches. A four-seamer, a sinker, a knuckle curve, and a changeup mostly. And then you sprinkle in a slider and a cutter. That's Hunter Brown for you. Guys are just hitting 105 against the four-seamer, 143 against the knuckle curve, 196 against the changeup, and 241 against the sinker as his main top four pitches. Just absolute gas from Hunter Brown this year. Okay, and Trey Turner will lead it off. Phillies are in their visitor uniforms. Gray tops, gray bottoms. They have the IBX patch over on the left side of the arm. And the Astros are in their white tops, white bottoms. Text says Astros painted across the chest in blue letters outlined in orange. First pitch taken for a ball to Trey Turner, and we are underway. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Fasten those seatbelts because it's going to be a crazy 3 hours of baseball. 96 hits for Trey Turner. He does lead the National League in that category. 1-1 pitch. That's a 97-mile-per-hour fastball in there for strike two. Excuse me. Okay. I just burped. Sorry about that. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Turner. The windup, the pitch, swing and a miss. And 1 away in the top of the first. Kyle Schwarber's up, and Alec Bohm is going to be on deck. Crew chief for this afternoon, Ryan Blackney is the home plate umpire. You got Jacob Metz over at first. Nestor Seja is the second base umpire. And the third base ump is Marvin Hudson. Schwarber's up. And Brown kicks, delivers, and throws a strike on the outside corner at 97. Schwarber is third in the National League in homers, batting .250, Also has 55 RBI. 0-1 pitch. That's going to bounce in the dirt for a ball. The 32-year-old from Middletown, Ohio. Has 308 career homers. 1-1 pitch. And he went around. No need to appeal. It was a changeup at the knees. "73 hits on the year for Schwarber. He's played in all 80 games. 80 of the 81 games that they've played. The pitch. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. After this, well, it'll be the end. It'll actually be the halfway point. 2-2, and that's taken down for ball 3. I just had a brain fart. He's played in all 80 games. 3 balls, 2 strikes. What game is this? This is game number 81. Gosh. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch, the Schwarber. And he chops this one over to first base. Walker has it. Throws it over to Brown, who covers the bag. And it's in time. So 2 up, 2 down. Astros on the defensive side. They got Christian Walker at first. They got Mauricio Dubon at second. Isaac Paredes is playing over at third base. Jeremy Pena is at short. In the outfield, it's Cam Smith in right field. Jake Myers in center. And Cooper Hummel in left field. And then the catcher is Yainer Diaz. And on the mound is Hunter Brown. I got to take a step off after this. 2 outs, top of the first. And the pitch inside for a ball to Alec Bohm. Bohm's average is at .283. He has 7 homers and 36 runs batted on in. Brown gets set above the letters, winds up and delivers. This one's grounded over to short. Pena has it, and the throw to first is in time. And 1-2-3 go the Phillies. We'll be back from the bottom of the first. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. All right, we're going to the bottom of the first inning. Jeremy Pena will be leading it off for the Astros, and then it'll be Isaac Paredes, Jose Altuve, Jake Myers, Cam Smith, Christian Walker, Yainer Diaz, Cooper Hummel, and Mauricio Dubon in the lineup for Houston. And on the mound for the Phillies, it's Christopher Sanchez, who's been very strong this year. And he's hoping that the Phillies can get him some run support and that he can get a win this afternoon before they head out to Atlanta. Sanchez in his last game went 8 innings, just gave up 1 earned run and had 4 strikeouts. In the month of June, he has a 1.93 ERA, 6 earned runs allowed in 28 innings of work. And Pena's up. Batting on the right side, and the first pitch is taken for strike 1. A lot of afternoon games today. The ball is 1 strike. Sanchez kicks and delivers. Throws a changeup that's outside for a ball. The money line for the Phillies today, they're at plus 135. And for the Astros, they're at minus 160. 1-1 pitch to Pena. This one is grounded over to short. Turner has it, throws it over to first. It's in time for the first out. Astros and Phillies are 47 and 33. 47 wins, 33 losses. Houston is 29 and 13 though at home. Phillies on the road, just 2 games above 500. The pitch. This one's lined out to left, and Kepler's there, makes the grab. 2 away. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. 4 pitches, 2 outs. For the infield, Otto Kemp's over at first. Bryson Stott's at second. Trey Turner's at short. And now Bohm is playing over at third. And then the outfield, it's Max Kepler in left, Brandon Marsh in center, and Nick Castellanos in right field. Rafael Marchand's catching, and Christopher Sanchez is on the mound. The pitch to Altuve, it's in there for a called strike. Altuve is DHing today for Houston. The guy playing over at second base for them, it's Mauricio Dubon. The ball is 1 strike, and the windup of the pitch. It's a sinker, or a slider, I should say, that's in there at the knees for strike 2. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. The 0-2 to Altuve, and he chops a foul. Phillies will head out to Atlanta after this game. They got to catch a flight, and they'll take on the Braves this weekend out at Truist Park. The pitch, it's down for a ball. Renaud, how are you, my friend? I don't know why it's not reading the text, but he says, what's up, JJ? Just showing some love and support. Appreciate you, man. 1-2 pitch. This one is chopped foul over towards the third base side. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That was really nice. I'm happy to see you on here. I know that your Yankees have been playing every time our Phillies are on. So now we have a little bit of a window, I see. And that's beautiful. Shout out to Renaud. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And Christopher Sanchez ends up playing copycat with Hunter Brown. They both get a 1-2-3 inning. And so we go to the top of the second. And the Phillies are coming back up to the plate. All right. Where's everybody tapping on in from? Let us know down below. And we will be sure to give you guys some shout-outs. We're going to say hello to more people in the chat. Old Man Ferguson's here. What's going on, my friend? What's up, Quan? What's going on, David? Ryzen Rhino says he's back. What's up, dude? Drop that link down below, my friend. Shannon's here. What's up, Shannon? How are you? David, we said hi to. Ronald Duffney is here. Ronald says, I'm like number 36. Hit that thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. David says, I'm bro JJ, but you rule, buddy. Thank you. Hey, man. I'm happy that you found us. I'm happy that the word got out to you, or that the algorithm allowed you to come find us. Appreciate you for stopping on by. What's up, David? It's David Tabber. I hope I said that correctly. Yeah. It's great to see you all. Where's everybody tapping on in from? Cranford, New Jersey, says David Gunson. What's up, Quan? Randy's tuning on in as well. Shout out to Cranford. Shout out to Florida. I know Larry's from Florida. I know that Scott is from Australia. Or worldwide, man. We are worldwide. It's beautiful. The main event, tuning in from Millville. What's up, Mike Maine? I love that. The main event. M-A-Y-N-E. That's sick. Love that. Here's Castellanos. He'll bloop the pitch out to right field for a base hit. He fought it off. And he gets on with a leadoff single to start off the top of the second inning. That's the first hit of the ball game. And it was on the very first pitch. I just love it when they just come back from a break and it's just like first pitch, boom. Phil's eke one out today, says Hardcore for all. His score is 7-6. What did Larry say? 1-0 Astros. Percy, Pennsylvania. Lackland Air Force Base, Texas. Wow. Top of the second, Max Kepler's up. And he's going to show bunt. Takes it back, though, because it was in the dirt. South Carolina. Very cool. Pittsburgh. Shout out to Pittsburgh. 1 ball, no strikes. Brown kicks, delivers. Throws a knuckle curve that's in the dirt for ball 2. There's a couple of guys behind the plate that are sitting down and they're wearing cowboy hats. Kepler is 2 for 7 in his career versus Hunter Brown. 2-0 pitch to Max, and he takes a changeup at the knees for strike 1. It's not as big of a crowd today. See a lot of orange and dark blue, though, for the Astros. 2-1. This one's grounded towards the right side. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first, there's 2. It's a 4-6-3 double play. And so 2 out. He got on top of that ball and just pulled it towards that right side. And the Astros did a good job at shifting the defense towards that right side. It's what you call a rally killer. Here's Otto Kemp, and he fights off the first pitch. Fouls it back towards the screen. No balls, 1 strike to Otto Kemp. Hunter Brown gets set again at the letters, winds up and delivers and throws a fastball right down the pike for strike 2. Phillies were 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position yesterday. They left 7 men on base. And in the first game, it was worse. They were 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, and they left 9 men on base. 0-2 pitch to Otto Kemp. It's fouled away. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the second inning. Phillies are half a game above the Mets in the NL East. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. No balls, 2 strikes. Brown kicks, fires, and Kemp slaps it foul. And out of play. 0-2 is the count to Otto. Brown gets the signs. Caratini is not catching today. Today it's Diaz. 0-2 pitch. And that's off the plate for a ball. See that the Rockies just promoted the Rockies owner promoted his son, Walker Munford, to have like the leadership role of the franchise. 1-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. So Dick Munford stepped down, and Walker, who's the oldest son, took on over. 2-2. This one's grounded over to third base. The throw to first by Paredes. It's in time. And the Phillies, yet another inning where they just can't get a run home. We're going to the bottom of the second in Houston. No score. Very, very nice. That text message was nice. There you go, Kruk. That's how you use Twitter. You said it's funny. John Stolness, I actually think, summed this up really well on Twitter. If you have not followed John, you should go do that. He's a producer and a reporter. He is a writer for WHYY and also produces a Phillies podcast called Hitting Season for WHYY as well. But I thought that he said this the best yesterday. The Phillies' plate discipline has completely disappeared in these first two games. They're swinging at every first pitch, expanding the zone, putting too much pressure on themselves in big situations. The postseason offense that we've seen too many times. And I think to pinpoint what has been the most frustrating in the series, I think that sums it up very, very well. I see Mr. Hunter. Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome aboard to the Play-by-Play with JJ community. Sanchez is going back out there for his second frame of work. Christopher Sanchez has 55 strikeouts via changeup. He's second in the majors in that category. Tariq Skubal is first with 59. Sanchez is 55. So Jake Myers, right-handed hitter, is up to bat. And he takes the first pitch that he sees for a strike, even though it's a little bit outside. Myers is hitting .342 in the month of June. His average this year, it's at .307. He's been red hot. 0-1 pitch. It's down for a ball. The usage that Sanchez has on this changeup is at 36%. The MLB average is at 10. 1-1 pitch. It's in there for strike two. One, two on the way. This one's grounded over to third. Bohm has it, throws it over to first, and it's in time. And Myers thinks that he has a case, and the Astros are going to challenge this. I thought he beat it out, too. Jacob Metz was the first base umpire on the call there. It's not what I wrote. Did I read something wrong? I apologize if I did. I don't remember what I read, but If that was wrong, I apologize. What did you say, Larry? Let's see again on this replay if he was safe. Yeah, he beat it out. It should be a quick overturn. And it is. The runner is safe over at first base. Astros keep their challenge. And Myers is aboard. From Morrisville, Pennsylvania. Nice. A runner on at first in the bottom of the second. And the pitch to Smith. It's inside for a ball. 21 scoreless innings. Who's counting? Oh, I see what you're saying. 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Calls them the cheat Stros, not the Astros. That's what Larry says. 1 ball, 1 strike to Smith. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock on the 1-1. That's going to hit Smith right on the lower leg. I think it got him on the foot. Ouch. That is going to put runners on at first and second base. The trainer is going to go out there to check up on him, as well as Joe Espada, who's the manager for the Astros. Actually got him right on that ankle guard, the bottom of that guard. And so Myers will go over to second base. And if Cam is able to walk over to first, he'll be over there. And he's now at first. No, he's walking to first base right now. Nobody out. And already a traffic jam on the bases for Houston. Quan says it really is frustrating, but Phillies are what they are. They need help clearly, but watching other teams with JJ, like the Dodgers, the Padres, it's not as large as a gap. It's not as large of a gap. Yeah. I didn't meant to say of a gap. Here's Christian Walker. He steps up to the plate, and the pitch, swing and a miss. So the count is 0-1. Walker's batting .214. He has 10 homers and 37 RBI in 77 games. No balls, 1 strike. Sanchez looks back at second, now back to home plate, and the 0-1 is in there at the knees for a called strike. Walker is just hitting .217 with runners in scoring position. No balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez kicks and deals the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him to chase after a changeup that was heading into the dirt. And there's the second strikeout of the day for Christopher Sanchez. Now Yainer Diaz is up at the plate. We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning on in. I know that it is a work day. During the middle of a work day. Just a friendly reminder to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Yainer Diaz is up, and he stares at a pitch that misses off the plate. He's played in 69 games for the Astros. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. is the starting catcher. Victor Caratini is the backup. One ball, one strike. 2 runners on for Houston. And the pitch. It's blocked in the dirt by Rafael Marchand. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-1 pitch. Lined foul. What would you say has been your biggest takeaway so far this season for the Phillies? Positive and negative. After today, it'll be the halfway point. So I think it's a valid question. 2-2 pitch, line drive, base hit into center field. This should get a run home as Marshall backhand it. A run will cross home plate. And it's an RBI single for Yainer Diaz. And the Astros go up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. So Myers scored, and challenging that play over at first base was beneficial for them. JC, how are you? We can hit 200 likes. Thanks, man. 1 out, bottom of the second. And Hummel's up. He takes a strike on the inside corner at the knees. He's down in the count 0-1. Cooper Hummel, 2 for 5 in the series, at a homer in the 8th inning of the first game. That was the lone run of the ball game. The ball's 1 strike. And the pitch, it's down for a ball. My biggest takeaway has been the positive is that the Phillies starting pitching staff is arguably the best in baseball. Has to be up there. That's my positive takeaway. And it's without Aaron Nola. 1-1. That's going to miss inside for ball 2. My negative is that this team just doesn't. It seems like that again, there really isn't a culture. But how does that relate to on the field? Well, the hitting has just been so inconsistent, and the bullpen has been one of the worst in all of baseball. 2-1, and that's fouled off. So it's sort of a double negative, but a big positive with the starting rotation. 2-2 pitch. That's going to bounce in the dirt for ball 3. Up next is Mauricio Dubon. Look at chat. Chat saying that it's over. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on the upper third of the zone. And there are 2 outs in this bottom of the second. Everybody's doing good so far, but I just wanted to remind everybody, no politics in the chat. And keep it clean. Everybody's doing fine, though. I just wanted to put that out there as a reminder. Don't spoil the game. Don't spam the chat. Just be a good human being. The pitch. It's fouled off right behind home plate. This is Mauricio Dubon up with 2 outs. 1-0 Astros. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1 pitch. Fouled away. The Cubs lead at 1-0 out in St. Louis. They're in the bottom of the second. The Tigers are up 3-0 against the Athletics in the bottom of the 6th. Royals and Rays are scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Christopher Sanchez ends the inning with back-to-back strikeouts. However, the Astros do get a run across home plate on an RBI single by Yainer Diaz. And so we go to the top of the 3rd, 1-0 Houston. All right, sip of water time. Bullpen's the biggest difference between this year and last year, says Larry. Without a doubt. And it's not just because you lost personnel with Estevez and with Jeff Hoffman, but Matt Strahm, even Matt Strahm, was lights out last year. This year, he's not even lights out. And Jose Alvarado, we all know about the situation with that. That sucked. Yeah. It's just not been good. This bullpen actually kind of reminds me of the Gabe Kapler era. This is like when the Phillies got Brandon Workman. You guys remember him? It's that type of bullpen. It's just not been up to par. There's a big strikeout there. Brandon, what's going on, my friend? He says, hi, JJ. How are you? I'm very happy to see you guys today. I'm doing good. I ran over a mile again today. I went approximately 1.2 miles. And I beat my time again this week. That's the second week in a row that I've run for over a mile. And it feels great. It really does. I had a great workout this morning. Came home, looked forward to the shower. That was really cool. And then I went back to bed. And then ate a little bit of breakfast for lunch. And then I popped on here. The pitch to Stotts, and he takes it for a ball. So we start off the top of the 3rd. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, it's taken down for ball 2. I've definitely noticed a difference in my confidence this year. That's great. 2-0 pitch. That's taken on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. Brown kicks, fires, and the pitch is fouled away. We are 39 subscribers away from hitting 6,200. Just 39 more. Hunter Brown kicks, delivers, and throws it above the zone for ball 3. Three-two pitch. This one's grounded towards the right side. The second baseman, Dubon, has it, throws it over to first. Not in time. The pitcher had to go cover first base. It went past the dive of Christian Walker. Dubon did a good job at backing that thing up, and it was just a matter of whether or not Hunter Brown was going to get on over to first base and Stott beat him right to the punch. Philly take with RB. What is up, my friend? Drop a fire for RB. RB, man. How you feeling about VJ? The pitch. That's taken for a strike. RB covered the draft last night, the NBA draft. I tuned in last night. I caught up. How you feeling about VJ? 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Also, drop your link down below. If you guys love the Sixers, I mean, that guy does an awesome job covering the Philadelphia 76ers. 0-2 pitch to Rafael Marchand. It's fouled off. Dr. Delay, another content creator. Man, like all the content creators are coming on here. I'm happy to see you too. No balls, 2 strikes. Rafael Marchand's up in the 0-2. He went around. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Rafael Marchand. And 1 gone in the top of the 3rd. The 2nd strikeout from Hunter Brown today. Just was guessing after a curveball that was going in the dirt. And Brandon Marsh is due up next. Let the see Stock go here. The first pitch is on the outside edge for a called strike. Again, he just does an awesome job framing that fastball. We're stuck in Groundhog's Day, says Captain Eagle Otto. It certainly feels like it, man. 0-1. It's wide for ball 1. Thanks, PJ. One ball, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. The windup, the pitch. It's slapped foul towards the left side. There's RB's chat. And also, Dr. Delay, drop your link down below. Dr. Delay covers the Pirates, covers other baseball teams. That guy's a grinder. And he also does Pittsburgh Steelers content as well. Toss back over to first. Not in time. One ball, 2 strikes. Hunter Brown gets set at the belt, kicks, delivers, and a called strike 3 on the outside corner at 84. That knuckle curve was dancing on the outside edge. And there is out number 2. Yikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hunter Brown. And Stott is still at first, and Trey Turner is due up next. The pitch to Trey, and he looks at the knuckle curve that's in there for a strike. Brown, I have to give him credit where credit is due. One of the reasons why he's such a really good pitcher in baseball is because there's a lot of pitches that he has in his toolbox, but the way that his four-seamer just dances and the way that he's just able to get it to bite on the batters. And not just that, as the pitch is taken up high for a ball, but the knuckle curve, and you see the other pitches, it's just, like you just, as a hitter, you just don't know what's coming. 1-1 pitch. It's just outside. He did not get the call there. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Dr. Delay. He is awesome. 2 balls, 1 strike. The windup, the pitch. It's inside for ball 3. So Trey Turner's up. He's 0 for 1 today. He struck out swinging in the first. Phillies trying to get their first run of the series. Time will be called as Brown steps off the rubber for a sec. Each team has 2 hits. The difference is, though, the Yainer Diaz single in the bottom of the second for Houston. 3-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. If the Phillies lose this game, they'll temporarily be tied with the Mets. And then the Mets do play the Braves tonight. Phillies head out to Atlanta. They'll catch a flight there. And if the Mets lose, then the Phillies will be half a game above them. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. The payoff pitch. This one's popped up over towards shallow center field. Who's going to get it? The second baseman, Dubon's there and makes the catch out of the 4 players. And we're going to the bottom of the third. The leadoff man got on, and nothing else to it. Astros up 1-0 against the Phillies. All right. Is Stott nailed to the bag? That's one of the funniest comments I've heard today. Ooh. I forget what I was going to say. John Clark tweeted out last night about VJ Edgecombe. He said, quote, "Wow, VJ seems like an incredible person." He says his family lived on a generator for years without electricity. He breaks down and cries when thinking about what his mom went through to feed him and his family. It's great to see people live out their dreams and, turn their career into riches, We saw that with Joel Embiid. Incredible story for him. Even though we criticize him for not helping the Sixers win a championship, even though it's really hard to do, but just hasn't stayed healthy and got to put in the work and take care of the body and the nutrition. And that's always been a question mark over these last, pretty much throughout his career. But just to see where he got to, though, it's incredible. And that's something that should definitely be admired. And it's inspirational. 1 ball, no strikes. The windup and the pitch. It's in there for a called strike. You just love to hear about great sports stories and underdogs. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. This one is lined past the dive of Stott into right field. And Castellanos gets on one knee, fields it, and throws it back on in towards second base. It's a leadoff single for Jeremy Pena. Just continues to be a hitting machine for this Astros ball club. Live by the long ball, die on the warning track. Somebody else said that. Was that you? Was that you that said that on the Phillies highlights yesterday or something? I could have sworn that somebody said that. 1 ball, no strikes. Sanchez comes set and delivers. Throws a strike on the outside corner. Jack says he wanted Bailey. I did too, but not if he was going to avoid the workouts. I didn't want Ace Bailey after that. What type of professional does that? 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's taken inside for ball 2. John says, yes, that's my new Philly philosophy. So that was you. You're everywhere. 2 balls, 1 strike to Isaac Paredes. And the 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. The count's 2-2. The Rays are up 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th at Kauffman Stadium, the home of the Kansas City Royals. Mariners and Twins are in a rain delay. Game has not started yet. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And going over to second base will be Jeremy Pena. And Christopher Sanchez gets the 5th strikeout. It was a drop strike 3. Sort of a wild pitch, really. And so that's how Pena goes over to second. A strikeout on a wild pitch. And 5 strikeouts for Sanchez. Speaking of strikeouts, here's Jose Altuve. He struck out his first time up. And he stares at the changeup. That's in there for strike 1. The balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. It's high for a ball at 96 miles per hour. Quan says, I think Edgecombe impressed Maury a lot in that workout. I think he was set on him or trying to trade up for Harper. The 1-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. I think he would have taken Ace Bailey if Ace Bailey would have worked out with the Sixers. If he would have showed up to his workouts. I think that was their first target from what the reports seem like. 1-2 pitch. This one's chopped over to third base. It is a foul ball. Bohm was smart and just let it roll foul. That was close, though. That was almost... It took a couple of bounces, and Bohm had to judge it to make sure it didn't hit the bag. And luckily, it didn't. Astros lead at 1-0 on an RBI single by Yanir Diaz back in the bottom of the 2nd. The 1-2 to Altuve. It's inside. Hit that thumbs up button. Mods, what's the ratio today? Two balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez looks back at second. Now back to home plate. And the 2-2 pitch. It's grounded over to short. It's picked up by Turner. He throws it over to first. And there's out number 2. The runner at second does stay put. And 2 gone. Mahalo, JJ. See, sometimes when I am keeping up with chat, I'll say something that's, indirect, but I'll sort of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I didn't say, John, the score is, this is how they did it. I addressed everybody, I kind of like how I've sort of mastered that. Here's Jake Myers. He swings and misses at strike 1. He was actually the one who caused the Astros to benefit from getting that run because he had an infield single. It was initially ruled as a ground out, Astros did challenge it, though, and they won their challenge. 1 strike. 50 pitches for Christopher Sanchez. 2 outs, bottom of the third. And the pitch outside and wide for ball 2. Any of you guys into chess? 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Do you guys play chess? Thanks, hardcore. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Jake Myers in the 2-2. It's bounced off of. It's a foul ball, but it was bounced off of his foot. You're a backgammon master? What's a backgammon? I hate to ask that, but I have to. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. This one is hit towards the right side. It's a foul ball, and it goes out of play. And a Phillies fan caught it. Good for him. Yes, though I'm not anything special at it, says Dr. Says a Dr. Delay. Dude, it's so much fun. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. A called strike 3 on the inside corner. And Christopher Sanchez racks up another K. Give him 6 chairs in the chat. So 3 frames for Sanchez. He's been very good. And we're going to the 4th inning. 1-0 Houston. Very nice. Good job by him. It's a great game, says Ronald Stephens. He says, I'm still learning it. Yeah, I'm still learning it too. I know the basics, but I've been following different chess content creators. I've been sort of going down that rabbit hole. The Botez sisters, I know that they don't really compete at a high level in chess now, but I follow them. I also follow Anna Kramling. She's really, really good. Yeah. I don't know. I like puzzles. I like strategy. I'm competitive that way. It's cool. You definitely learn new things about it, but I think that what's really cool about the game, and I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but it really, I think that what it really has taught me, and I've been sort of doing it as, just a hobby. Really, I play online, but it's taught me that it's important to work out your brain. It sounds simple, but it's important to keep your brain active, and that's what I like about the game. I think it does a really good job in that way. There's your little chess lecture, or chess spiel, if you will. I like Anna. Yeah, she's good. And she's so sweet. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. The pitch. It's wide for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes in the top of the 4th. Schwarber's up. And the 1-0 pitch. It's in there for a called strike. John says, I played a bunch of old pros in the park in the Canary Islands. Took all their money. Took it to the casino and doubled it on black. Bought a ticket to England. Is that a true story? Wow. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 1-0 Astros. Hunter Brown pitching. And the 2-1 pitch. It's outside for ball 3. Brown was a rookie when the Astros won the World Series. Only started in 2 games, though. He pitched in 7. 3-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a fastball right down Broadway. I can solve the Rubik's Cube sometimes. Yeah, I should figure that out. Does Jeopardy qualify also in working your brain? Absolutely it does. Yeah. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch, it's in there for a called strike 3. That reached 98 miles per hour. And Brown with his 4th strikeout of the ball game. He's been on one today. One out. Dustin, thanks for the sub. The pitch to Bohm. Takes it for a ball. I used to play 6-lane chess on I-95. Driving home during rush hour. That's funny. 1-0 pitch. That's down for ball 2. That's hilarious. Best part is that we didn't speak the same language. The dice were hot that day. That's crazy. 2 balls, no strikes to Bohm. This one's going to be grounded over to third base. Paredes has it, throws it over to first. And 2 up, 2 down. Nothing is in the gas tank. Chess has taught me more than any other game. I'd like to learn Mahjong. I didn't do it, and this is a true story. My grandma loved Mahjong, but she never taught me. She taught me how to play Scrabble, and I loved Scrabble. But for years, I didn't do it because it made me think about her. And that's something that I would kind of like to pick up on. I finally just realized that like 2 weeks ago. The ball is 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. 0-1 pitch. It's high for a ball. But yeah, it took me that long to realize that wasn't why I picked it up. But I'm ready. 1-1 pitch. And this one's going to be lined out to right field. It's looking foul, though, and it'll find the seats. It's a vicious game. Backgammon? I'll have to look it up. One ball, 2 strikes. In the top of the 4th, Astros lead at 1-0. 2 away. And Brown with the 1-2 pitch. And Castellanos, did he go? No. I would gladly play Mahjong with you, JJ. We would need 2 more other people, though. Yeah. Well, you can play it online. But yeah, I appreciate that. 2-2 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And the Phillies offense continues to go silent as we go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Astros. Oh, man. Ay, ay, ay. Not a single run. You know, the last time that I remember that they were shut out in a whole entire series was back in, like, I'm pretty sure it was either 2010 or 2011, and I thought it was against the Padres. I could be wrong about that, but that was the last one that I remember, and I don't want to remember that, but it's in my memory. Casty is such a waste of a roster spot, says Tony. Please do not run this roster back next year. They are old. Tony, so then my question to you is this. Is it the roster or is it the coaching staff? Or is it just both? Like, I think that this brings up a bigger question. If you were to create a pie chart, and I'm sure that everybody's pie chart would look different, as to why, sorry, the pie chart would be this. Let me think for a second. Who on the Phillies is to blame the most for where they are right now? Does that make sense? It's tough. I would say that 30% is on Dave Dombrowski, 35%. I would say that 25 is on Rob Thompson and the coaching staff, so that's 50 right there. The pitch. This one's grounded over the second base, backhanded by Stott. The throw to first, and Smith beats out the throw. Cam Smith came up to bat, and he gets on with an infield single. Absolutely, Quan. It would be a really cool idea. Maybe like during a rain delay or something we could do that. I think that would actually be really awesome. The pitch. That's down and in for a ball. It's both the general manager who thought this roster was good enough. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. It's inside for ball two. I love how you guys are just interacting with each other. I really like that now. I do. I want you guys to have convos. 2-0 pitch. That's chopped foul. Devin, what's going on? Are the Phillies really this bad? Shake my head. They allow them to get on base every inning. Christian Walker's up in the 2-1 pitch. This one is flat out over towards right field. It's a foul ball, though, and it'll go out of play. 60 pitches for Christopher Sanchez, and he has not gotten one out in the bottom of the fourth. Walker's batting average is higher with runners on base. He's hitting 247 with runners on and 183 with nobody on. Toss bat to first, not in time. Please let them stay at 0 today. I win $770. Liar. I don't believe you. 2-2 pitch. That's down for ball 3. It's funny. I hear like so many people come on And it's not just like to our stream, but to other people's streams too that are like, I put like 1,000 on this game. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. This one is bounced foul towards the left side. I don't know why it's not reading comments. That's so weird. Jack says, big problem is guys like Schwarber, Casty, and my beloved Bohm can get on, but it 3 singles to score them. It takes 3 singles to score them. The guys who can run are very timid. 3-2 pitch. This one's popped up over towards the infield. Marchand doesn't even take off the mask. He's there to make the catch. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat, Jack. Appreciate you. I don't know why it's not reading super chats. I wonder if I close this. If I close Botrix, if that'll do the trick. I'm going to close the Streamer Bot app right now. But now I have to wait to see if somebody super chats again in order for me to tell if it's going to work or not. Yainer Diaz is up, and he takes a ball outside. Diaz 1 for 1. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. A runner on over at first. The 1-0 pitch. It's high. Marchand. Haven't seen you in a little bit of time. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Fouled towards the right side and out of play. Jack, are you still blacked out? Are you still in a blackout, I should say, for this series? Astros pitching staff is good. 2-1. This one's fouled off. I'll be completely honest with you. I didn't expect them to get a lot of runs off of Hunter Brown today. But for them to just lay down and die the way that they did yesterday, that was bad. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and Christopher Sanchez gets another strikeout. That's the second out of the inning. 7 punch-outs for Christopher Sanchez. PAS, another content creator who has the Mets-Braves game tonight. What's up with our teams, he says, playing like crap once they get first place. It's that wild card syndrome. Hummels up. And he takes a strike at the knees. Jack says, I'm still blacked out. Gotcha. That commercial keeps blacking me out. Update the app. See if that works. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sometimes that does do the trick. Do it during an inning break, though, obviously. No balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez comes set and deals, and the pitch gets on by Marchand. It actually deflected it, couldn't find it. And the runner from first goes on over to second base. Cooper Hummel, 0 for 1. The count is 1-2. There's 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-2 from Sanchez. It's inside. PS, drop your link down below. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs and the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Christopher Sanchez has been lights out in this game. Just the 1 run. That's it. And we're going to the 5th. Kepler, Kemp, and Stott are all due up for Philadelphia. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Max Kepler will get another crack at it against Hunter Brown. The pitch, and a wicked knuckle curve that dances in the zone for strike one from Hunter Brown. We got a $2 super chat from Jack while we were in the break. We'll read that in just a second. Thank you again, Jack. Oh, one pitch, swing and a miss. He went around. Jack said the team shows very little heart. They need a tougher manager. They need a lot of things, Jack. But it's a good point. 0-2 pitch on the way. A called strike three at the knees. And there's one out. And Tony with a $20 super chat. He says, thankful Houston is in the AL. Tony, thank you so much. What's up, Tony? Thank you guys so much. Another $2 super chat from Jack. Why the hero worship of Bryce over 100 RBI once, says Jack. I haven't even said anything about Bryce. You just don't like the guy. Clearly. It's no balls, one strike. In the top of the 5th, one out, and the pitch is down for a ball. I mean, everybody loves him, too, for the walk-off homer that he had against the Chicago Cubs. They remember the swing of his life. I mean, that's why they worship him. I like Bryce. 1-1 pitch. This one's grounded over to third base, and the throw to first is in time for out number 2. You clearly do not like Bryce. And that's fine. We all have our differences. But thanks again, Jack. Here's Bryson Stott. Too bad it's not reading that. The pitch to Stott. It's outside for a ball at 96 miles per hour. After the game, we will have a post-game show. 610-314-0844 is how you call into the show. You can also leave a voicemail message at any time. Or a text message, too. 96 likes. Let's get to 200. That's the goal. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. Hunter Brown still pitching. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. On a pitch that was outside. One and two is the count to start. The pitch. This one's tapped over towards the right side. Brown has it, takes it to the bag himself, and there's out number 3. 5 shutout innings for the Astros. And Mauricio Dubon will lead it off for Houston when they return. We're just not even getting hits. Like, I haven't played any rally music. They're giving us nothing. Just updated the app. Let's see if that works. Let's give our man a drum roll. And thanks again for all the supers. Appreciate you. What's up, Joe? He says, what's up, JJ? How's it going? 1-0 shutout. That's how it's going. In regards to the Phillies. I'm doing well, though. I'm happy to be here. Happy to see you guys. And just hang out. I really, really love this community. And I definitely see that this is the future. I've been saying it for a little bit of time. I love traditional play-by-play. I think that that's something that's really unique that we can bring to the platform. And other guys on here do it too. You know, you got BW, you got Dr. Delay. You have other guys that are trying to do that as well. And then we have other great content creators out there too. So many of them. And it's just really nice to be able to, it's so nice to just be able to have you guys and create a cool community on here. You know, RB, Mitch, and all these other people. So, and I enjoyed that. You don't get to interact on cable. You don't get to interact on cable or even on radio. And it's free. It's free. The pitch. And that's taken for a called strike to Mauricio Dubon. Another $5 super chat from Jack. Man. You guys are insane. No balls, 1 strike. 1 second left on the pitch clock on the 0-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball. Jack says, my issue is not with Bryce. It's with the people who vastly overrate his contribution. Looks like Tarzan. Brittle like Jane. Enough. Oh, my gosh. Okay. The 1-1 pitch. It's flied out the center. Marsh is there, makes the catch. They act like he's like Tarzan, but brittle like Jane. Come on. Okay. That's a little harsh. But I hear you. 1 away in the bottom of the 5th. And Jeremy Pena's up. The pitch is outside for a ball. Brittle like Jane. Oh my gosh. I don't know where you guys come up with this stuff. 1-0 pitch. Grounded over to short. Turner picks it up. Throws it over to first. And Jeremy Pena is out. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch to Paredes. That's in there for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was in the dirt. 80 pitches for Sanchez. You see him going 7? Yes or no? Seven full innings. 0-2 on the way. It's inside. He did not get the call there. Excuse. 1-2 pitch. It's fouled off. Y'all are funny. What's the record for scoreless innings? Whatever the record is, we should go after it at this point. You guys are funny. One ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch. Flied out over to right field. Castellanos tracks it down, makes the grab. And we're heading to the 6th inning. 1-0 score for Houston. And the Phillies will have Marchand, Marsh, and Turner due up at the plate. Another $5 super chat from Jack. Jeez. History has shown if Bryce is your best, you're not good enough. Thanks again, Jack. I can't thank you enough. We're going to the 6th inning. Clemens homered last night. Saw that Justin Crawford went 3 for 4 today with a homer for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. He also homered last night. It's getting hot. In the NBA, here's something interesting. Austin Reeves has declined a max contract extension offer from the Lakers that would have paid him $89.2 million over 4 seasons. Wow. Crazy. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football coverage. Rafael Marchand is up. And the pitch to Marchand, it's up high for a ball. Another $20 super chat from Tony. You guys are wild. Thank you all so much. JJ, I think the team takes on the personality of the manager. There's no fire. Where is the spirit? The corp. The E-spirit to corp. 1-0 pitch, and that's taken low and outside for ball 2. I've talked about it time and time again. It's like beating a dead horse. I've asked, where's the culture? 2 balls, no strikes. Brown kicks and delivers. Throws it inside for ball 3. This is the time to attack. 3-0 to Marchand, and he takes a strike at 95 miles per hour. Is Dr. DeLay still here? Hit that thumbs up button. We got 178 people watching and 105 likes. And thanks again, Tony. 3-1. Fouled away. Payoff pitch. This one's lined out towards left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. And Marchand gets on with a opposite field single. That's their first hit in a while. And finally, the Phillies have a base runner. There we go. Good stuff. Need a sip of water. Charge! Pitch to Marsh. There's a line drive. Foul ball towards the right side. It was just a couple of inches foul. Figures. JJ, we know you're a dedicated fan, but you set aside your emotions and are just calling a game. I hate to see you get worked up over these stumbling bumblers. I'm not getting worked up. Much respect. Thank you. I appreciate you. The 0-1. It's up high for a ball. It's hard. Like when they're not putting up anything. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's about, right? Like, you got to find the balance. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. It's at the knees for strike 2. It's not easy. Sometimes great players don't win championships. It's a team game. Absolutely. You're right. One ball, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Brown gets set above the belt. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Brandon Marsh is down on strikes. The 7th punch out today from Hunter Brown. Mike says we got a spark. Do we? We'll see. Here's Trey Turner. And they try to appeal to see if he went. He did, according to Jacob Metz at first base. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 pitch. It's fouled away. And that'll make the count 0-2. The Mariners and the Twins were still in a rain delay. I don't know when that game is going to occur, but they have not started. This game is, what, an hour and a half old? No balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. 1 second left on the pitch clock. The 0-2 is outside. I'm curious as to why the Phillies decided not to bunt Marchand over. The 1-2 to Turner. It's down. And the count is even at 2 apiece. Last time Hunter Brown faced the Phillies, well, you got to go back to 2023. Two-two pitch. It's outside for ball 3. Actually, scratch that. You got to go back to 2022. He only played them once and just went 2 1/3 and struck out 3 batters. Astros won that game 10-0. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And time will be called. They do it during the middle of an at-bat. And Diaz wants to get on the same page with Brown. Excuse me. Brown has the highest amount of pitches that he threw in an inning was in the third. He had 20. He has 15 in this inning, 10 in the fifth, 14 in the fourth, and 12 in both the first and the second each. "83 pitches for Hunter Brown. And he gets set at the belt. And the payoff pitch to Turner, swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes again. 8 strikeouts for Hunter Brown. Oof. He's just on point. He really is. He's just on the money today. Now it's Kyle Schwarber who comes on up to the plate. And the pitch to Schwarber, it's a changeup at the knees for strike one. You got rehearsal, Larry. Nice. No balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber, who's 0 for 2 tonight. And he takes the 0-1 at the knees for strike 2. And he does not agree with the call. He calls for time. Did he get issued a warning? Bohm is in the on-deck circle. Phillies have not had an extra base hit today. 2 outs. No balls, 2 strikes to Schwarber. The 0-2, swing and a miss on a high fastball. And we're going to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Houston. As Schwarber can't get a hold of Hunter Brown. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Again, folks, hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning on in. And, of course, for all the people that have donated today, really from the bottom of my heart, thank you very, very much. The pitch, fouled off by Altuve. Sanchez out there for his 6th frame. It's 1-0 Houston. 0-1 to Altuve. It's inside for a ball. Excited for today's trivia question. For those of you, where was that comment? Okay. 1-1 pitch. This one is bunted. He actually showed bunt, took it back altuve, and missed it. So it's 1-2. For anyone wondering, says Mike G, and thank you so much for this, Mike. The Major League record for consecutive scoreless innings is 48 by the Chicago Cubs from June 15th to June 21st of 1968. 1-2 pitch. Swing on a foul tip into the glove for strike 3, and there's now 9 strikeouts by Sanchez. June 15th to June 21st of 1968 in the Philadelphia Athletics from September 22nd to the 26th of 1906. That's good to know. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you for saying that. Here's Jake Myers, and he takes a slider that's in the zone for strike 1. Myers 1 for 2. 0-1 pitch. It's at the knees for strike 2 at 96 miles per hour. The ball is 2 strikes, and the pitch, it's inside for a ball. You know, I got an email today, and I love hearing what people say for feedback. We've been getting like more emails over the last couple of weeks. People just reach out, and it's very, very nice. We got some awesome feedback. So the 1-2 pitch is in there for a called strike 3, and there's out number 2. And Christopher Sanchez now with 10 strikeouts. Maybe should have saved this story for the inning break. I'll tease it though. It's a cool story. It's a cool email, and obviously I'm not going to say the person that emailed, but the pitch is in there for a called strike. That's to Cam Smith. Smith got hit by a pitch. He also singled and he stole a base. The ball's 1 strike. And the 0-1 swing and a miss again. And the count is 0-2. Phillies will have Bohm lead it off in the 7th inning. The ball's 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch from Sanchez. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out the side. And Christopher Sanchez give him 11 strikeouts on the afternoon. Well, I know that the offense is not producing anything, but he's been phenomenal in this game. And that's been great. So yeah, back to this email. I'm not going to say who it was, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. But this person was this person's young. You know, he's going on into high school, and he reached out, and he said, "I found out about your channel last year. I didn't talk much in the chat, and I still really don't, but I just wanted to let you know that you've been a really big inspiration in my life. And, you know, I want to go on into broadcasting because of you." And that really warmed my heart, because that's what I'm really hoping that this does, is that it brings broadcasting and live streaming to another level. And I want to encourage boys and girls of all ages to do this. And just to hear that, it brought a couple tears to my eyes today. That was really cool. So we're going to the top of the 7th inning. Bohm, Castellanos, and Kepler are all due up. You just don't know. You just don't know who this stuff reaches out to, and I'm super, super grateful that I'm able to do this. I'm incredibly lucky. I have such an awesome family, and if I can inspire other people to do this, that's one of the best feelings in the world. Top of the 7th, Bohm is up, and he takes a knuckle curve on the outside corner for strike 1. Hunter Brown at 88 pitches. He's out there for the 7th frame. 1-0 Astros on an RBI single by Yainer Diaz back in the 2nd. 0-1 pitch, and it's taken down for a ball. The Astros have only put up 5 runs in this series. Phillies, nothing. 1-1 pitch. It's down for ball 2. Bohm is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to 2nd in the 1st. And also grounded out to 3rd in the 4th. Bennett Souza is warming up in the pen. 2-1 pitch. Line drive diving catch by Jeremy Pena. And he robs Bohm on a base hit. Hit sharply, and Pena is just right there and made a very good defensive play. Jeffrey Allen Brown, how are you? Thanks for stopping on by. The pitch to Castellanos. This one's going to be grounded over to 3rd, played on the hop by Paredes, and the throw over to 1st in time. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 7th. Yeah, it's more than just that too, Lou. But yeah, you're right. There's an outreach for sure. Five seconds left on the pitch clock as Kepler's up in the box. And the pitch is outside for a ball. But you also, you got to have a personality too. You can have access to this and be consistent. But, you got to show who you are. 1-0 pitch. That's fouled off. And it's not easy. Nothing's easy. But you got to make yourself stand out. 94 pitches for Hunter Brown. This will probably be his last inning. 1-1 swing and a miss on another knuckle curve that was in the dirt. He's just been toying around with the Phillies today. It's true. 1-2 pitch. This one's grounded over to first base. Walker has it, flips it over to Brown, and the inning is over. 7 scoreless innings for Hunter Brown. And the bottom of the 7th coming on up for Houston. All right. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. All right. How many times had the Phillies had 100-plus wins in a season in their franchise history. And to go along with that, which years were they? Max, what's going on, Max? How are you? What's going on, Max? If you guys love the Yankees, go subscribe to Max Coverage TV. He is an incredible caster on here who covers the Yankees. Shout out to Max. Happy Thursday to you, too. Dude, I got to get you on the pod. We got to get you on. 15, 5, 13, 8, 22, 1, 5, 15, 1, 8, 3. 3 is correct. And which years were they is the next question. You answered the first part. You didn't answer the second part. Which years did the Phillies have 100-plus wins in their franchise history? $2011. It's 1. 2024. 2009. The ball's 1 strike to Christian Walker as Sanchez is back out there for his 7th inning of work. The 0-1 is in there for strike 2. Now I get it, Max. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch is down for a ball. 76, 77, and 2011. Jack is Mr. Philadelphia Phillies history. He knows everything. You could ask him literally anything, and he'll probably know it. And that is correct. Good job, Jack. Very, very good job. 76 and 77 and 2011. And Shay got it right, too. Now, Shay, did you look yours up? Because I know Jack didn't. 1-2. This one is lined out to right field. Cassidy tries to make a sliding stop. And the throw over to second is not in time. I don't even know why he tried to slide there. But it's a opposite field double by Christian Walker. And he is over at second base. And Rob is going to pull Christopher Sanchez. That's going to be it for him. And his night is done. We got a call to the bullpen. So Sanchez is responsible for the runner on at second base, but he was great today. He was awesome. Kevin says this game is over. It's nap time. All right, well, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Appreciate you for coming on here. $10 super chat from Tony. Thank you, Tony. JJ, absolutely unacceptable with this payroll to ever go 25 innings without a run. Heads should roll. I'm with you. I'm with you. If you guys want to hear my actual thoughts, stay on for the postgame show. Okay? Because that's when you'll really hear everything out of me. All right? What I mainly like to do is I like to acknowledge your comments and stuff. I know that you guys are allowed to react, but if I learned that if I react and if I go too deep into this, it messes up with my flow. And so if you really want to fully hear my thoughts And if you guys want to come on and vent to me afterwards, I mean, that's what it is. It's a therapy session, essentially. That's what our post-game shows are all about. And it's therapeutic, and it's cool because we have people that call on into the show. They give you their thoughts, and we all just cope. It's beautiful. We create a community that way, too. So Walker's on at second. Yainer Diaz is due up to bat. He had an RBI single back in the second inning. That was all the damage that the Astros have done today. Thanks again, Tony. Tony says, I'll be on. Sounds good. You'll hear everything. I know that some people in the comments well, I don't know about today, but sometimes they're like, why aren't you so reactionary? Why aren't you frustrated? I'm human. I have a job to do. Bottom of the seventh. Nobody out. Lazar kicks and delivers, and this pitch is grounded back up the middle. It took a bounce off the top of the hill. Stott has it, though. Throws it over to first. It's in time. The runner from second does go over to third. That's Christian Walker. And they've shifted. I'll tell you what. They shifted Diaz perfectly. That kicked off the top of the mound. And Stott just played it like it was a line drive. Excuse. And Cooper Hummel's up. Lazar pitching for Philadelphia. 1 out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Max Lazar with a 3.86 earned run average. Last time he pitched, it was on Sunday. He gave up a solo homer to Francisco Lindor. Victor Caratini is coming on up to the plate. And he will pinch hit for Cooper Hummel. Caratini had his 6th homer of the season last night to put the game away. The pitch. It's a knuckle curve that's in there for strike 1 at the knees. No balls, 1 strike to Victor Caratini. 0-1 pitch. Line drive caught by Kemp. Over at first base, and there's out number 2. Oof. That was big. It sort of jammed Victor Caratini. And luckily enough, it was hit right over to him. Dubon's up. He's the 9-hole hitter. And he slaps this one foul and out of play. The ball is 1 strike. Text on into the JJ hotline too, if you guys want to reach out that way. 0-1 pitch. This one's grounded over to shortstop. Turner has it and throws it over to first. It's in time. Just in time to get Dubon. There's out number 3. We're going to the 8th inning. Can't believe Lazar got out of that. But it's 1-0 Houston. And the Phillies are down to their final 6 outs. Last break. All right. See you in just a little bit. All right. We're going to the 8th inning. The Phillies have been shut out in 7 innings in this game and have not put up 1 run in this series. All right. They're down 1-0 on an RBI single by Yainer Diaz. That's what happened in the bottom of the 2nd. And Otto Kemp is going to lead things off here in the top of the 8th. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Brian King is on the mound. He has a 3-1 record, a 2.97 ERA, 37 strikeouts, and 33 innings of work. 0-1 to Kemp. That looked a little bit low, but it's a called strike according to the home plate umpire. We have a defensive replacement for the Astros. We'll get you a name in just a few moments. Luis Guillorme. They say that he's going to be playing over at second base. 0-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. And Dubon goes from second to left. One, two to Otto Kemp. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And Bryson Stott is up next. All right, so who is at second? Luis Guillorme. Luis Guillorme. Stott's up, and he takes the first pitch way outside for ball 1. One-oh pitch. Just misses inside for ball 2. Stats 1 for 2 on the afternoon, and the 2-0 is just inside again for ball 3. Put the stop signs in the chat. Drop a fire emoji. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch to Stott, and he takes it on the outside corner for a strike. I might take again. I don't know about you guys. It's 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. He did take again. Now a step out of the box. Joe Ross and Orion Kirkring are warming up in the Philadelphia Phillies bullpen. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away in the top of the 8th inning. King gets set just below the belt. And the payoff pitch, it's outside for ball 4. Good at-bat by Stott. And the Phillies have a runner on over at first base. Drop a Phillies emoji in the chat. We got a base runner. And Marchand is up. He's hitting on the right side. First pitch to Rafael Marchand, then he pops it up. It's a foul ball. It goes out of play. He's down in the count 0-1. Put the clocks in the chat. Oh, 1 pitch. It's a strike. You guessed at it. And it was a strike anyways. He's singled back in the 6th. 0-2 pitch. It's down for a ball. And it's 1-2. Marsh waits in the on-deck circle. The 1-2 pitch to Marchand. It's lined foul towards the third base side. Brian Abreu is warming up in the bullpen for Houston. The 1-2 to Marchand. It's flied out towards right field. It's looking foul, and it goes out of play. Charge! Come on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, the pitch. It's up high for ball 2. It's getting late. Six pitches in this at-bat. The 2-2 to Marchand. Fouled away. It was a defensive swing. Stott had the bag stolen, and he will have to go back over to first. Pitch was high, and the count is still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. It's high for ball 3. And the count's now full to Rafael Marchand. It was an 0-2 count, and the count's now full. King with 18 pitches, 10 strikes. The 3-2 pitch, and this one's lined out to right field for a base hit. Bryson Stott is at least going to go over to second base. Smith with the throw over to second. It's cut off, and Stott goes over to third with runners at the corners now with 1 out in the 8th. Get that run home. Get that run home. Put the clocks in the chat and tell the Phillies to wake up. Stott's at third. Marchand's at first. And timeout called by the Astros. Great at-bat by Marchand. That was good. Brandon Marsh is up. All right, what do you do here? Do you bunt? What do you do, chat? Comment down below. Do you bunt or what? Stott is 90 feet away from scoring. Rafael Marchand got on with a single. 19 pitches for Brian King. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 200 likes. Come on. Brandon Marsh steps into the box. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. The first pitch to Marsh. It's a foul ball. Bomb, bomb. Bomb, bomb. 0-1 is the count to Marsh. The pitch from King. It's fouled away again. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. Marsh batting .225 with runners in scoring position. He has 4 extra base hits. 0-2 to Marsh, and this one's flied out towards right field. It's going back over towards the track. The catch will be made by Smith. This will be deep enough to score the run, and the Phillies tie the game 1-1. Stott scores from third, and the Phillies play small ball. All you had to do is just hit a deep fly ball. It worked. And so the go-ahead run is over at first. And we have a pitching change. Espada is going to make a call to the bullpen. And Trey Turner, as he is going to come on up to the plate, we'll have to wait a few more moments until he bats. The streak is over. The monkey is off their back. Gosh. Gosh. Crazy. Okay. There goes the 27 scoreless innings. Yeah. Yep. Turner's up. And we have a pitch and change. I think Abreu's going to come on in. And while we're in this timeout, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too. We will have a post-game show once the game is done. And I hope to see you all there. Comment your thoughts on the game. You can text on into the JJ hotline or leave a voicemail message if you want right now. Or when we do the post-game show, call on in live. And we will break down everything and give you all of our thoughts. All right? As we have a pitch and change here, let's take a look at the out-of-town scores. The Rays are shutting out the Royals 4-0. They're in the bottom of the ninth. The Cubs are shutting out the Cardinals. It's 2-0 in the bottom of the seventh. St. Louis is up with 2 runners on and 1 out. Seattle and Minnesota still have not gotten started. The Blue Jays lead at the Blue Jays won 6-0 against the Cleveland Guardians. Here's Abreu. And before we even get to his stats, the first pitch is wide for a ball. Throws a slider. Abreu has a 1.78 ERA and 35 innings of work. 1-0 to Turner. It's slapped foul towards the right side. Dodgers and Rockies are tied 1-1 in the top of the sixth. The Marlins are up 3-0 against the Giants in the top of the third, and the Tigers beat the A's 8-0. 1-1 to Turner. It's outside for ball 2. We are 36 subscribers away from 6,200. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Trying to get to 200 plus likes. 2-1 pitch, and it's fouled off by Turner. Catcher didn't know if he got a piece of it at first. The umpire said, yep, that's foul. Two balls, 2 strikes to Turner, who's 0 for 3 this afternoon with 2 strikeouts and a pop out to short. The 2-2 pitch to Turner. Check swing, did he go? He did. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning. All right. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th. It's 1-1. Jack with another $2 super chat. Wasn't small ball. Small ball is a strategy. Well, small ball to me is when you have a sacrifice fly. I think that's a part of small ball. You could probably. I will ask ChatGPT. Is a sacrifice fly small ball? Fly, small ball. Yes, a sacrifice fly is considered part of small ball. Yes, it's an offensive approach focused on getting runners on base and advancing them deliberately, and that is a part of small ball. So, yes, that is small ball. The Phillies did play small ball. And what's the definition of small ball? What's small ball? An offensive strategy that emphasizes moving runners into scoring position and manufacturing runs through a series of calculated plays rather than relying on powerful hitting and home runs. So you're saying that wasn't really a part of their strategy? I think it was. I mean, you could debate that whether you want to or not, but they didn't use the long ball, and I think that they played small ball there. I mean, by definition, that's small ball. But that's just me. Good enough. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 8th. We're tied up 1-1. All right. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. A sack is small ball, I feel. It is. It's when you trade outs for runs. Yes. John says, so by definition, it's not small ball. Jeremy Pena is up, and he takes the pitch for a strike. Jack says, so no. No, I think it is. Orion Kirkering is up. I'm not going to debate anybody right now. We got a game to focus on. No balls, 1 strike in the pitch. This one's popped up over towards the right side, and it goes out of play. We can debate at another moment in time. Correct. Pena is up. The count is 0-2. Pena's 1 for 3 tonight. And the 0-2 pitch. It's fouled away. Pena batting .325 on the season. Orion Kirkering gets set at the belt. And the 0-2 pitch. It's down for a ball. Kirkering gets set above the belt. And the 1-2 pitch. It's grounded back up the middle. Stott has it. Picks it up. Throws it over to first. It's in time for out number 1. Oh, boy. So Kirkering is pitching for Philadelphia. He has a 2.35 ERA. And the pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch, it's going to hit Paredes. Hits him right on the elbow. And he is over at first base. Not good. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. A runner on over at first base. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th, and Jose Altuve is up. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. It's at 98 miles per hour right down the middle. Altuve 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. 0-1 is the count. And the pitch fouled back towards the screen. So the count is 0-2. O2 pitch. Line drive hit out to center field for a base hit. And Brandon Marsh plays it on a hop. And runners are going to be over at first and second base. Here's where we give them a run. It is small ball if Houston does nothing, but let's just give them a run. What's up, Dallas? Yeah, there's a little bit too much energy into a small ball run. All right. Jake Myers is up at the plate. And the pitch that he takes is in there for strike 1. Phillies will play the Braves and start off a 3-game set tomorrow night. I will not be on for that. I do have a sub, though. A substitution. 0-1 pitch. This one's flat out over towards center field. Marsh is there, makes the catch. There's out number 2. Throw will be drawn over to third, and the runner at second stays put. Steve is here. What's up, Steve? What's going on, Dallas? Steve says I'm at work. We're lost without Larry pronouncing the final say. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. They got to run. Okay. Let's just put the debate to bed. Come on. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. It's at the knees for strike 2. Smith tonight 1 for 2. Kerkering gets set at the belt. And the 0-2 pitch, it's outside for a ball. Kerkering's ERA is a 2.35. He has struck out 29 batters. Has a 1.37 whip. The pitch. It's low for ball 2. Two-two pitch. Line drive over the head of Turner. Kepler gets over to it, bobbles it for a second, and a runner's going to score. An RBI single by Houston, and they're back out in front 2-1. And so the Astros get the lead back on the RBI single by Smith. I mean, Kepler got to the ball, and as he tried to get it into his bare hand, he just sort of bobbled it. The run was going to score anyways. But it's 2-1 Astros. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. And Walker's up to bat. The pitch, swing and a miss. Walker's 1 for 3 with a double in the 7th. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's no balls, 2 strikes. 157 likes, 292 people tuning on in. Thank you all so much for being on here. Oh, 2 pitch, foul ball. After the game, we got a post-game show. Hopefully you guys tune on in. 0-2 is the count. 0-2 pitch. It's popped up over towards the right side. Kemp has it. Makes the catch. We're going to the 9th inning. Phillies down by a run. And Schwarber, Bohm, and Castellanos are due up to bat. Oh, boy. I need a sip of water after that. How frustrating. Folks, after the game is done, stay tuned for the post-game show. I also forgot to say that memberships, okay, they are $2.99 a month. If you guys want to become a member, you're more than welcome to do so. Mods, if you could just post the link, I would really appreciate that. And yeah, I appreciate you all so much for tuning on into this cast. Weird start time, 2 o'clock. It's weird. But Schwarber will lead things off in the 9th inning. You will hear all my thoughts about the game after this. And I will give it to you and tell you guys how I truly feel. I will. So, Schwarber, Bohm, and Castellanos are due up in the batting order for Philadelphia. Phillies today, 1 run on 4 hits in 8 innings. They're down by a run to the Astros. The question now becomes, who are they going to face in the 9th inning? Is Josh Hader going to go back out there for his 3rd day in a row? Or is it still going to be Abreu? Don't know. But we shall see. We shall see. Hunter Brown today, 7 innings, 3 hits allowed, 9 strikeouts. And it will be Abreu who's going to pitch. First pitch to Schwarber. He went around, and it was a strike anyways. Brian Abreu with the 0-1. Try to see if he went around. He did not. The pitch was inside as well. 157 likes, 292 people tuning on in. Appreciate you all. The 1-1 to Schwarber, swing and a miss on a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. One and two is the count to Kyle Schwarber. The pitch, and it's inside and low for a ball. And the count's now 2-2. Schwarber grounded out to first, and then struck out twice. Abreu kicks and deals, and throws it way up high for a ball. So the count's now full at 3-2. Payoff pitch to Schwarber, swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. A hat trick of strikeouts for Kyle Schwarber today. And that'll bring up Alec Bohm. One with a curveball, and it was at the knees. The pitch to Alec, and he looks at the slider that's in there at the knees for strike one. No balls, one strike. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch that was in the dirt and way outside for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. Oh, 2, tying away for a ball. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch to Alec. Foul ball. Abreu gets set again. And Bohm fouls it off again. Nick Castellanos waits in the on-deck circle. He had a bloop single in the second. And he's 1 for 3. 1-2 pitch to Bohm. Another foul ball. Pitch was outside. And Bohm Had to protect. What's up, D? You lost your reading glasses in the ocean. Oh my gosh. Damn. First base line is wide open. 1-2 pitch to Alec and another foul ball. He's battling. Making Abreu throw pitches. 7 pitches in this at-bat. 4 of them have been fouled off by Alec Bohm. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a slider that was in the dirt. And Philadelphia down to its final outs. I was kind of thinking that he was going to throw him junk there. And it certainly was. It's all up to Nick Castellanos. The windup, the pitch, swing and a miss. Another pitch that was outside and low. No balls, 1 strike. Abreu with the 0-1, swing and a miss. And Philadelphia down to its final strike as all the Astros fans rise. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch to Casty, swing and a miss. And that's the ball game. The Philadelphia Phillies get swept by the Houston Astros, and they lose by a final score of 2-1. Abreu strikes out the side. They didn't even have to go to Josh Hader. And this Astros bullpen continues to be very strong. Cam Smith is the player of the game. He had the go-ahead RBI single in the 8th inning. And that was the difference. Yanier Diaz also had an RBI single in the 2nd. And so the Phillies lose by a final score of 2-1. Abreu gets the save. Kerkering gets the loss. And getting the win for the Astros, it was King. Brian King got the win. All right. Look, if you guys are going to sign off, I appreciate you guys so much for being on here. And make sure you hit the thumbs up button on your way out. I'm going to take a quick step off. Everything is up for grabs. We can discuss anything that you want. Call on into the show, 610-314-0844. Another embarrassing effort by the Philadelphia Phillies, and they just didn't have anything to show for it. And you figured that Hunter Brown was going to go out there and dominate. He did. But the Phillies, even when they had chances, just couldn't do enough. And the bullpen continues to be a problem. And, yeah, they got outplayed by themselves in this series. But we'll talk all about it. All right? We'll see you in just a little bit. We're going to take a step off. Be right back.
graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Man, being a fan of a Philadelphia sports fan can be absolutely thrilling when things are going so well, but it can then get so toxic when things are not going well at all. And that's the way things are, whether you like it or not. I don't like it. I don't think anybody loves being in this spot right now at all whatsoever. But before we give you every single one of our thoughts on this game, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Welcome on into the Phillies postgame show. If you guys want to call on in a little bit, you can. After my opening monologue, 610-314-0844 is how you call on into the show. And if you guys want to text on in, that's fine too, or leave a voicemail message, you can do that as well. This was... if I'm being honest, and I'd like to be honest, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. You had to wait for me to finish that sentence. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in this baseball team. Okay, I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to kick and scream because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Okay? They played a great series against the Mets. And, you know, you pretty much get swept by the Houston Astros, who only put up 5 runs. Five. Wow. 5 runs. I mean, I remember when the Phillies outplayed the Brewers last year and won the series. I think it was like 8-3 or something along those lines when they were home. This was a joke. If I'm Christopher Sanchez, if I'm Ranger Suarez, and if I'm Zach Wheeler, I am ticked off. I'm really frustrated. 5 runs in the series. That's all that they allowed. That's all that they allowed, and you only put up 1. That's it. That's it. And really, if we want to put a microscope, or more of a microscope on things, half of those runs, about 2 or 3 of those runs were just from the starting pitchers. One of them was not even earned, even though it was considered to be an earned run from Zach Wheeler. That was an error on Trey Turner. But no matter how you look at it, it's disgusting. It's infuriating. And as somebody who tries not to be so reactionary, it really just makes your head spin, and it puts you in a bad mood. It just does. Puts you in a bad mood. How can you be satisfied with this? You can't. You can't be satisfied. This team is so wishy-washy. So what? They got a run in the 8th inning. He had a sac fly from Brandon Marsh. That's it. That's it. The coaching staff doesn't bunt. They just don't do any fundamentals. And it's so annoying. 26 scoreless inning streak ended in the 8th inning. 26 scoreless innings. A 155 batting average in their last 3 games. 1 extra base hit. In the series with runners in scoring position. 1 for 12. I don't know how else to explain it. I really don't. I don't want to yell, but it's heartbreaking. You paid these guys millions and millions of dollars. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber. I have to even put Kyle Schwarber there. What the heck? 3 strikeouts today, dude? Are you kidding me? All these guys getting paid millions and millions of dollars, and yet they only give you 1 run in 3 games. And let's call it what it is, too. The Astros pitching is good. They are very good, this Astros pitching staff. Hunter Brown, I didn't think that they were going to win the series. I thought that they were going to lose 2 out of 3. But I expected them yesterday to at least show a little bit of fight against the starting pitcher that they faced yesterday, because that guy didn't have an outing this year where he allowed no runs. Every single outing, it was either 2 or 3 runs. You let him off the hook. That's what really infuriates me. And to put a cherry on top of things, the Rangers Suarez outing where he was just phenomenal. You couldn't score anything off of Valdez. You had so many chances with runners on at first and second in those 3 innings. Today, you couldn't even get base runners on. Really, until the 8th inning. That was the only time that they had 2 guys on. Brown pitched good today. But it's still unacceptable. It's unacceptable when, again, the bats just don't show up in game 2. It puts more pressure on people today, and they gave you nothing. I don't know. Look, I know that some people don't like it when I get down, but you got to call it like it is. Orion got his 2nd loss of the season. We were talking, it's funny to me because we were talking this weekend, and we said that the main takeaway was that the bullpen needs help. This series, it's the offense needs help. But guys, we're in first place in the NL East. I want you guys to zoom out for a second and just realize that we're in first place. Well, now we're not, because now we're tied with the Mets. But we're tied for the NL East now. An outsider looking on in says to themselves, well, the Phillies are still in a pretty good position. That's just what the outsiders say. Now, people will say, well, forget about the outsiders. All that really matters is just what we see. But I find that whole dichotomy, if that's the right word, really interesting. And I think I got a little bit off track. But to bring it back, I actually thought that in that second inning, after Castellanos gets on with a bloop single, Max Kepler grounding into that double play showed that the Astros had control. The Phillies were hypnotized. They could not snap out of it against Hunter Brown. And the only reason why the Astros won was really just because of one inning. Well, today it was two. They did just enough. All they had to do was just produce like 3 good at-bats. Sorry, 3 not even good at-bats, but just 3 at-bats that were productive. That's it. I'm embarrassed for Christopher Sanchez. I'm embarrassed for this whole starting pitching staff. I can't take it. And look, people can call into the show. I would love to hear your thoughts. I hate getting soaked up with this negative energy. And I even had to turn off Twitter. I did. Because it's all bad vibes. And I hate it. But I also understand it as well. We're just a different city, I guess. I guess that we're just tougher. Not saying that I want us to be soft on this team, because I don't. But it's annoying. It's frustrating. That's all I got. There's really nothing for me to say. 4 hits, 1 run. That's your box score. 1 run. One run. All right, calling into the show. Make me feel better. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. 610-314-0844. That's how you calling into the show. All right. We got Clyde. Hold up 1 second. Somebody tuning on in from Clyde. 1 second. Sorry about that. Yo, what's going on? You're on play-by-play with JJ.
What's up, buddy? Are you ready?
Ready for what?
I can't believe it. 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row.
3 games in a row, and you only put up 1 run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just imagine what happened 3 years ago. Oh, I remember that when they lost the World Series in 2022. I remember that. I still remember it to this day.
Sad. It is very sad.
I wanted to win. I wanted them to win, so now when they play against the Braves tomorrow, they can win.
What'd you say during that last part? Sorry.
I wanted the Phillies to win, so then they can win against the Braves. Oh, but no, they lose.
Sad. I just can you explain to me like what really frustrated you today?
I think the double play.
The double play.
Yeah.
The double play is what frustrated you. I mean, like nothing in the 8th inning. Nothing along those lines.
I think the most frustrating of mine, I think it was Brandon Marsh's almost home run. I think that pushed me out.
Yeah.
I think that. What about you?
Just the lack of discipline. I just thought that from the top, I just thought that they just were not in it from the very beginning. And that 1, 2, 3 inning just told me how it was going to go in the first.
Yeah.
I'm watching Trey Turner hack at pitches that are way out of the zone, and that was before Hunter Brown was even feeling his groove. I didn't really think that he felt his groove up until the third inning.
Now, when it gets to the top of the ninth, what does the Phillies do? They want to swing at every single pitch. They swing at every single pitch.
Everything.
Every single pitch.
Every single pitch.
Even if it's outside, they still swing. If it's low, still swing. If it's high, they sometimes swing.
I know.
What are you doing? What are you?
It's crazy, man.
What's your most frustrating moment for the Phillies this season?
This has to go up there. It certainly does. I don't know if it was I'm not going to say that this was as embarrassing as the Pirates, but it's up there. It's up there for sure.
You need to know about the Pirates have a very good pitcher.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. Yeah, Paul Skeens
is great.
Really,
Paul Skeens is great.
He's more than the average pitcher of all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a great pitcher. Man. 3 games in a row. I love it when you're calling into the show, dude. You're great. You're great. Keep coming back on.
Yeah. Look at our cat real quick. I think my cat will say hi.
Your cat?
Yeah, my cat will say hi.
Hi, cat.
Yeah. We'll go back tomorrow. I want to be on. I'm gonna rewatch. I have the game live on the cable, so I watch the game and I watch your stream.
I really appreciate that, man. You're awesome. You absolutely are. It puts a big smile on my face. Next year I will try to do some Flyers games. I will.
Can you give me a shout out? Can you give a shout out?
All right, I gotta get going. I will talk to you later, though. Okay? Yeah. I hate to do this. I have to hang up.
Shout out.
All right, bye.
Give a shout out.
Yep. All right, bye. Sorry, I had to get going because somebody else tried to call in, and I hated that I had to do that, but I wanted to try to get him on the phone. I think he left a voicemail message. Did he? Is this it? No, that's not it. That wasn't it. One sec. Let's go here. There we go. We'll play this.
JJ, this is John Romano from Richmond, Virginia. All I can say is, let's get out of town. It's sad. 1 run in 3 games. Unfortunate, but what is to be, I guess, is to be. It's sad.
What is to be, I guess, is what it's to be. Huh. That's like saying it is what it is. It's pretty much, yeah. I don't have much. I don't. I feel like that this team has put us all through a lot. And at this point, it's like trying to come up with different things. But I actually thought that today that they got no hit. It felt like that they just were not even getting on base. They had 4 hits. I don't think any of them were meaningful. None. Except for the Rafael Marchand hit. The second Marchand hit. That was it. 610-314-0844. That's the phone number. Astros only got 5 runs in 24 innings, which isn't good, but it was good enough to beat us over a 3-game series. What else do we got? Phillies hitters have an appointment at Hooters in Atlanta tonight, says John. Lydia. What's up, Lydia? Good job, Astros. Thank you for knocking us down because we're coming back strong. Enjoy it. I like the way that you turn that into a positive. Hardcore says, we just faced the hottest team and the hottest pitching. Doesn't make it right. And I know that that's like, I know that that's what you're, I know that you're not saying that. Yeah, the Astros pitching staff is arguably, when you look at their whole pitching, it's up there. It's up there. It's either 2 or 1. It's either number 2 or number 1. They're good. Abreu, King, and Hader. Good luck facing them in the 7th, the 8th, and even in the 9th inning. Okert as well. They're good. It just numbs my brain that game 2 specifically. You just couldn't do anything. Like, not a single thing in that game. You couldn't do a single thing in the first 5 innings against Colton Gordon. Colton Gordon. He was only going to go 5 innings. I'm more mad about game 2 than I am with this game. Like, this whole series, you do. Like, you want to just flush it down the toilet, and I hope that they do. But you had I think RB said it in the chat, first round exit. They looked like, they did not even look like that they were a playoff team. Weird. Rob says rough seas. Thank you so much, rough seas. Appreciate you. Rob, your team has panicked and lost confidence in the World Series, the NLCS, and NLDS over the last 3 years. What's your take, Rob? That's baseball. We'll get back at it. They'll come through. We had some good hits today. Had that one diving catch by Pena on a nice swing by Bohm. Those are the types of answers that he has. So, weird. I missed the JJ that's in his intro. Thanks, Phillies. You're hurting, my guy. Well, we're all hurting, right? But that's the cool thing about this. John says, JJ, it's all over. MLB teams can't hit anymore. Just the at-bats. These MLB hitters have no clue at the plate. Jesse, GG's Phillies. The pitching duels were pretty entertaining. That Suarez and Wheeler are crazy good. They are good. And congratulations to you guys. Tough series for the Phillies. Very, very tough series. No life. We'll read some more text messages. And JJ, they won't have their best starters for the Atlanta series. Yeah, I think it's going to be what? Luzardo, Abel, and then it's Wheeler again? I don't know. 26 strikeouts. 26 strikeouts, dude. It's wild. Tony again. JJ, when they lost to the Diamondbacks a few years ago in the playoffs, the Diamondbacks had good pitching. Nothing has changed if they struggle against good pitching. No. And when they played well against the Mets, I did have this fear, and shout out to Philly halftime, too. He did bring this up to me. He said, if they beat the Mets, great. It's going to be about how do they play against the Astros. That's the selling point, right? And so that is how things ended up going. It went in that direction. Don't be discouraged. Astros fans know the Phillies are one of those teams in the league. They will bounce back. I hope that they get to the World Series again. Yeah, well, it's I'm telling you, like, the Astros have really good pitching. It's just unacceptable that the Phillies let them off the hook. Like, that's what I'm not disappointed with the results. I'm disappointed with their lack of fight. That's what I'm really disappointed with. That's what it comes down to. They could have lost all 3 games, and sure, that's heartbreaking. Like, that's disappointing, but it's aggravating when you just, again, like, you go up against Colton, and Colton's had a nice year, but to not get anything off of him, I thought is just unacceptable. That's it. I care about body language. I care about how do you look at there? Are you going to compete? And the pitching competed very well. The bats, on the other hand, no. So, but I do appreciate you guys. The season doesn't start until September, says a man. Quan says, if you really watch the Phillies, you'll see a lot of flaws. It looks like a house. The outside looks nice, but looking in deeply, you see flaws in the foundations. You zoom in, and then you gotta... The other thing, too, though, is that you gotta zoom out. You know? Butterfly. Appreciate you. I do. Anything else? Anything else? It is what it is. Dude, we have a lot of people in chat. This is beautiful. Astros are 17-6 in 1-run games this year. Last year they were 6-13. Isn't that crazy? It's wild. It's crazy. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. I love you all so much. All right, we're going to get on out of here. And, yeah. All right. I will see you guys this weekend. I won't be on tomorrow. We'll be streaming the game on the channel. We'll have a substitute. And I will catch you all then. All right? Go Phillies. Lila Tove. Good night. And we'll see you all this weekend. Peace.